Hi everybody, you're watching Los Angeles English School YouTube channel. I'm Helen, head teacher here at Los Angeles English School, and today in this video we're going to be talking about IELTS writing task number 1 and specifically about describing a natural process, and also what is more important is that I'm going to share with you a very useful tip on how to boost your grammatical range and accuracy criterion. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, of course, if you'd like to get notified of all our upcoming lessons. Okay, so let's dive into our lesson. As I said, we're going to take a look at how to boost your score for grammatical range and accuracy. And we're going to do so with the help of a very handy construction, which is called participle clause. What does it mean and how will it help you? So let's take a quick look. Alright, so here guys, there is an example of how you can use participle clause to express consequences. It's very handy for writing task number 1 because if you're going to be describing the natural process, there are lots of consequences. So, for example, here we have a sentence. Copernicus realized that the Earth revolves around the Sun, and this changed the way people saw the universe. So this is a normal sentence, it's okay, but to vary your language and to vary your grammatical constructions, you can say something different. So you can use the verb plus ing instead of "and this change." So the sentence would be like this. Copernicus realized that the Earth revolves around the Sun, changing the way people saw the universe. You also can see here that we have a comma to separate the main clause. Copernicus realized that the Earth revolves around the Sun, and the consequence, changing the way people saw the universe. Alright, so here are how you can use it. Alright guys, so let's forget about participle clauses for a moment and let's take a look at writing task number 1 where you are to describe a natural process. So here we have a task. The diagrams below illustrate how oxbow lakes are formed by the sides of meandering rivers. So you can see here the diagrams. There are 5 different pictures and they actually represent the process. So guys, let's take a look and let's analyze what we see here. So meandering river, what does it mean? Meander, it's when we have a curve, when the river is not straight, it changes its direction. And you can see that there is a lake which is formed because of this specific curve that the river has. You also can see how it's happening. So first I want you to remember this picture because now we will take a look at a sample answer and we will try to reorganize it. Alright, so just take a look. Alright, now guys, let's take a look at a sample answer, but we will have to organize the sentences correctly. There are only 2 sentences that are in the correct position. The first one is your introduction. The diagrams show how erosion can affect a meandering river. This often results in the formation of a type of lake known as an oxbow. And we also have an overview at the very end. It is clear from the diagrams that flowing water is a very powerful force. It dramatically changes the appearance of a river over time. But the rest of the sentences are organized in not a logical way. I want you to take a minute and try to organize the sentences correctly. So just put them into the correct order. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we will look at the sentences from our sample answer describing the formation of an oxbow lake, and we need to rewrite these sentences using the participle clause. It's when you use the verb in the ing form. So here we have an example. The diagrams show how erosion can affect a meandering river. This often results in the formation of a type of lake known as an oxbow. So these are two separate sentences. Now we put these sentences together. The diagrams show how erosion can affect a meandering river, often resulting in the formation of a type of lake known as an oxbow. Alright, let's try to remake these sentences together. So the first one. Flowing water causes friction. This leads to erosion on the riverbank. So let's remake it together. So flowing water causes friction, leading to erosion on the riverbank. So don't forget to use a comma as well. The next sentence. In a meandering river, this friction is strongest at the points where the water comes into contact with the neck of a meander. It gradually erodes the neck as a result. Think how you're going to remake the sentence. Yeah, pretty easy. So you just use a comma here, and then you say, or then you write, gradually eroding the neck as a result. Let's move on to sentence number 3. When this happens, the energy of water flow in the meander is reduced. This increases the friction at the neck even more. So let's remake this one. When this happens, the energy of water flow in the meander is reduced, increasing the friction even at the neck even more. So I hope that you're doing well, and now we're going to move to the rest of the sentences. So number 4. The water now takes its quickest route. It flows in a straight line through the gap between the neck where the neck originally stood. Let's remake this one. The water now takes its quickest route. You also can pronounce it as route, flowing in a straight line through the gap where the neck originally stood. Number 5. Meanwhile, a sediment of sand, mud, and small stones is deposited at the mouths of the meander. This sediment eventually separates the meander completely from the river. This results in an oxbow lake where the meander used to be. Okay, so here we have 3 sentences. Let's connect them together. Meanwhile, a sediment of sand, mud, and small stones is deposited at the mouths of the meander, eventually separating the meander completely from the river. Because you cannot use 2 commas like this, it would be very awkward. You can use conjunction and here, and resulting in an oxbow lake where the meander used to be. In the final sentence, number 6. It is clear from the diagrams that flowing water is a very powerful force. It dramatically changes the appearance of a river over time. Let's change this one. So, it's clear from the diagrams that flowing water is a very powerful force, dramatically changing the appearance of a river over time. Alright, so we're done. As you can see, it's pretty easy to use, but it can make a huge difference when it comes to your IELTS score. But don't get me wrong that you need to use participle clause in each sentence of your writing. No, this is not what I'm trying to say. So here we used this construction in all sentences just to practice. But in your writing, of course, you should vary your structures. Just try from time to time put these sentences with participle clause in your writing. So that's it. Alright, so that's it for today's lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And also I have a little challenge for you. So here you have two separate simple sentences. Connect these sentences together using participle clause and write it down in the comments below the video so that you have some kind of practice and you can remember it better. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, because in this way you will get notified of all our upcoming lessons. I also encourage you to visit our website, Los Angeles English School, and check out our IELTS preparation program. Also, if you want to prepare for your IELTS exam on your own, but you would like to get your essays and writing tasks evaluated, you can use our essay correction service and you will get your score and evaluation along with different descriptions and recommendations. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you again very much for being with me, and I hope to see you in my next lesson. Bye guys!